welcome to Tell It to Someone, the only show with a free water feature. First question today comes from Nicholas D. Why did God sacrifice himself to himself, since Jesus is God himself, but he's also his son too? Was it the same kind of sacrifice the Aztecs did on top of those big pyramids with the obsidian knife? You can see that here on last week's episode, if you didn't watch it, and most people didn't watch it because anyway, was it the same time as the Aztec did, but Jesus/God got poked with a spear instead of having his heart wrenched out like they did with the Aztecs? Would it have been a better sacrifice if Jesus had his heart wrenched out of his body and held in front of him, still beating? Inquiring minds need to know, and all that. Well, okay. You see, the thing with, as I've probably already said before, well, this is the second take, so I did say it before. Anyway, see, the guy was a god, right? So, you see, with us, like mortal people, like humans and stuff, when we die, it's like forever. But when he died, it was like for like less than a weekend. I mean, I've had hangovers that have lasted longer than that. I mean, look, don't mix like absinthe and creme de menthe and creme de cassis and blackberry liqueur and brandy and peach schnapps and lager and ouzo and vodka and gin and anyway, my point is that spending the majority of the weekend dead is not as big of a sacrifice as if I died. I mean, I've had a friend that's come back from the dead. I mean, he was dead for like 6 minutes or so, and and Jesus spent like most of the weekend dead, but like, it's not much of a sacrifice. I mean, spending forever dead, like, that could be, like, seen as a sacrifice. Actually, come to think of it, he came back with a party trick. I mean, it's in the Bible. He asked his friend to get his hand out, and he put it all the way inside his, like, wound in his side, and you could get pencils and put them through like that. It makes for some really, really weird gay porn. I wouldn't recommend it. I really. Oh. Okay. Let's stop with that question. One more question. You, James, 1978 forever. Right, okay. Please imagine for a moment that there would never be a zombie apocalypse. Yes, I do realise that it is a terrifying thought. After all, so many people are obsessed with this fantasy that the certainty that it won't happen would lead to an apocalypse as people rioted. However, given the fact that there will never be a zombie apocalypse, what fantasy could replace it? Would the world be covered with a homicidal jam? Will a new Justin Bieber single trigger global suicide, etc.? Okay, so let's go with Justin Bieber. Okay, now, every time Justin Bieber does anything, Twitter explodes, and it's like, ah! Like, you see like Baltimore, like on the thing, and it's like Bieber's in Baltimore, or bacon. If Bieber eats bacon, it's like, oh my God, it's bacon. Anyway, so what would happen if like Bieber and One Direction and Demi Lovato and Miley Cyrus and all of them like got together and collaborated in one like Christmas like video, and right, and then they like they did that. Okay, now what would happen? Well, Twitter would like implode, because the weight of all the tweets about Bieber and One Direction and all of them would create a density of tweets that was so massive that it would suck the whole of the world into one great Twitter complosion, and would wipe out all of humanity with its inane like banter about what like kind of bacon it was that Justin Bieber was eating. And then what I could do was I could survey over the wreckage and become ruler of the planet, where I would rule with a, well, pretty much enlightened indifference. Because look, I know it would be really tempting to be king of the world and do all of these wonderful things, but really it's just too much worrying with lawyers and all that sort of thing. It's okay for somebody like George Bush or Mitt Romney to go and bomb places. I mean, he doesn't have to live in places. He's got like car elevators and stuff. I don't have a car elevator. I've got a pond over there, and it's not even mine. It's like in a park somewhere. Anyway, this is your dovetail question for this week. And don't forget to ask me questions this week, because otherwise it'll be like this week and only have 2 questions. I mean, there were other questions, but I just couldn't get everything to work together with those questions. And, anyway, so all you can ask a video question like this guy. All you can ask a video question like this guy, and that's me. Like a couple of. And that's from like seconds, like and oh no, that doesn't, and that doesn't work. It's very distracting having somebody. That doesn't work. It's very distracting having somebody. The same. I said that repeating the same time. I said that really just 2 seconds ago. I can't do this. Really just I can't do this. Just I'm in the. It's showing last. I'm in the dovetail question. It's showing last. Question last. Dovetail question. What's a good dovetail question? Right. I'm dangerously talented, and I don't have a call sign.